Hey everybody, my AOL password here with another video game review. Today we'll be reviewing a game called Avowed. It is by Obsidian Entertainment or Obsidian, the same people who made Fallout New Vegas, Outer Worlds, Grounded. Uh, yeah, so we'll hop into this. This is no way, shape, or form a professional thing. This is like more personalized slash opinionating my own personal review of the game. So we'll just start with what I like, what I dislike, go from there. And yeah, overall, I enjoyed the game. I think it it very much played like an Obsidian RPG. If you've played the Outer Worlds, it is the same setup, just it's more like Elder Scrolls in that way. It does take place in the Pillars of Eternity universe. I'm not super familiar with the Pillars of the Eternity lore and story, so in terms of like the actual writing and all the details in the lore, I it kind of went over my head. The story itself, like the overarching story, you're kind of your your character is basically like a vessel for you're a godlike character basically, for one of the gods in the game, and you have to figure out why there's a this thing called the dream scourge, which is kind of like a quote unquote natural disaster, but not really a natural disaster. Think of it as like an infection or like a zombie type thing, but in their own way. Anyways, you have to figure out why that's happening and how to stop it, all that stuff. So the overarching theme and the overarching story, I think, was fine. It, I didn't really have any issues with it. My favorite part about the game was definitely the combat. Um, the combat felt very fluid. uh, it felt a lot better than Outer Worlds. It felt a lot better than New Vegas. So it definitely was closer. Like if Elder Scrolls, if Skyrim or Oblivion was more fluid in its combat, that would have been this game. It's like a mix of this plus a little bit of Dragon Age. I was expecting a little bit of like BioWare combat. Um, because you have your different abilities that you can use mid combat. And anyways, I thought that was really good. That was my favorite part. The looting, like it is a looter as well. If I enjoyed the looting, um, the upgrade system, the crafting system, I think it was unique to the point where it was like it was definitely unique, and I appreciated it that it wasn't just simplified like how Elder Scrolls or Outer World does their crafting system. I think it was a little bit more. There was a little bit more substance to it. Sure, it was still. I wouldn't say it was bare bones, but it got by. Um, Yeah. The the RPG mechanics itself was very much Obsidian, like what you would expect. Multiple endings, dialogue options, your skills play into it, your backgrounds play into the dialogue as well. Um, the the good bad reputation. There's kind of like a hidden reputation system, and they it's not as it's there. So I think they did a good job with it as well. You can do like a bad playthrough. You can do a good playthrough. Like I said, there's multiple endings to the game. I think there's three or four main endings, and then there's like sub endings throughout the game that cater to it. There are The game kind of forces you to like actually explore every nook and cranny that they have to offer, because those have the hidden legendary items, the hidden uniques, all that stuff. Just little hidden details you'll find. So it definitely encourages you to explore like everything. Um, it definitely, I know in the newest update that came out a while ago or earlier this year, they added, overhauled new. I think they added new game plus, overhauled a lot of the stuff. They added more like race races to character creation. Um, they've they added base stat points or whatever like class and background you choose and all that stuff. So yeah, very very much like an Obsidian game, what you would expect. So it does. Sorry about that. It does make you want to do another playthrough. It may I'm tempted to do another playthrough. Here I kind of did like a battle mage hybrid, magic and physical. I want to try an all magic build. I want to try different play styles as well. Uh the companion stuff, very much like Outer Worlds, if you played Outer Worlds. Um and those decisions will also affect your reputation, affinity with companions, all that stuff. Um Achievements wise, you'll have to do multiple playthroughs to get the achievements or to get, most of the achievements. There is a difficulty achievement on the hardest difficulty. There are difficulty settings, but the hardest difficulty is the only one that has that achievement locked with it. I remember I just played it on normal mode until like the very end, like the last boss fight, which I probably had to put it on easy because I was struggling with it. Anyways, overall, I enjoyed it. I think the performance was definitely a major problem. It wasn't super optimized, and just like almost any other modern game, you kind of had to rely on upscalers and frame gen and all that stuff. So um, yeah, outside of that, it if you have a solid PC or if you're playing it on console, if you're playing it on PC, you'll most likely need the upscalers and frame gen for it to run smoothly. So just uh just to throw that out there, take that how you want. Um the skill tree is very much like if you played Fallout New Vegas, very much like that. Um yeah, very similar to Fallout New Vegas. However, you can respec really easily, which I don't know if I appreciated that or not. I never really had the intention to respec, um, but it is really easy to respec in this game. But there, you definitely won't be able to max out every skill or every attribute point or whatever. So yeah, that's where it also comes in playing multiple playthroughs to have multiple to have check out the other skills and play with those as well. So yeah, performance. The story was like I said, the story was average. The combat was great. Performance could have been a lot better. I know they added a lot of content to the game. I wish there was like a DLC or like an expansion or something with it. Um, I don't know if that was ever like a thing or not, but I wish there was more things to do. You're probably to get almost through. I think I spent about 35 hours to get through like most of the stuff that the game has to offer in one playthrough. So, and that's with some dialogue skip towards the end. So, yeah, you'll definitely get your hours into hours in. Um, I would definitely recommend this getting it on sale. Um, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. It was definitely an enjoyable game. It has its flaws and it has its strong points. So, um, take that how you want to take it. But that was my personal rating, my personal view. Hopefully, that gives you some insight if you guys haven't played it yet. Um, if you guys have played Outer Worlds, I'm sure you guys love Avowed. It's basically Outer Worlds and Skyrim or Oblivion put together. So, taking place in the Pillars of Eternity universe. So that's probably the simplest way I could put it. But thanks for watching this video. Be sure to check out my other unprofessional or cringe game reviews, um, and catch my YouTube lives. Go click on the subscribe down below. You can turn on notifications you want. You can put it in the comments what you like or didn't like about the game. And yeah, hopefully I get to see you guys in the next video. So adios, everybody.